Hi. Today we're going to discuss a subject that I think I'm a little bit reluctant to talk about, if the truth be told. I'm reluctant to talk about it not because I think it's a particularly difficult subject to talk about. I think I'm reluctant to talk about it because too many people overstate the importance of this thing that we're going to discuss. What I want to discuss is the use of supplements, nutritional supplements, to augment your diet, to augment your training goals, your performance goals, your body composition goals. Now you have to forgive me. I'm gonna sip my coffee for once whilst we're discussing this. In part because I sometimes, on the subject of supplements, I sometimes think to myself, God give me strength. So what we have is as we seem to do in all areas of the fitness business, we have competing ideologies. We have, on the one hand, the people who obsess over supplements, and on the other hand, we have the people who vilify anybody who uses supplements, think that they're suckers, and these people, these negative people, tend to fall into a few camps. They fall into the everybody's ripping you off camp, or they fall into the science says camp. What can I say? The ones who fall into the science says camp don't use these supplements. It's not necessarily a cause and effect situation, but they often look like shit, have no physique, and the ones who have physiques who say don't take supplements, they lie, but they probably use steroids. Does that mean that supplements will get you an amazing physique? No. So here's the truth about nutritional supplements. They are way behind proper training, a million gazillion miles behind proper eating, way behind proper hydration, and as far as I am concerned, for healthy individuals, mark my words there, healthy individuals, 80% of you, 20% of you, there are things that supplements can specifically help with for health reasons. I'm not talking about you today. For almost everybody, you can get a great physique without the use of supplements. Let that sink in. Okay? We sell supplements on our website. Over time, we're experimenting with our own brand of certain, some interesting products, some more generic products that are out there. We're experimenting with our own brand. We'll probably put our own brand of supplements out. Let me tell you, for a fact, you can have an amazing physique. You can feel great and healthy, and you do not need supplements unless there is something specifically wrong with you. And those people, if there's something wrong with you, we can look at that later, right? We're not talking about you. Please let that sink in. If you have a budget, that most of you do, spend your money on good quality food. So if you have a choice, supplement X, Y, Z, and shitty economy frozen meat, or no supplements, grass-fed meat, please go for the grass-fed meat. Go for the quality food. There's no ifs, buts, ways around that. Okay? Go for the quality food. Anybody who tells you otherwise has an agenda. Anybody who tries to say, you've got to take this supplement or you're not going to grow, fuck off. Right? Just tell them to go get fucked. It's not true. You need calories, you need protein, you need fat, sometimes you need carbohydrates. Yes, no, let's not get into that debate. You don't need supplements. Now, take everything I've just told you. If you don't have the money, switch off this video right now. Don't be tempted into taking supplements. If you're a student, okay, you know, protein powder, I don't view protein powder as being a supplement. Protein powder is a food substitute. We're not talking food substitutes, okay? We're talking supplements. Your vitamin C, your multivitamins, everything else, get it from food if you can, wherever, whenever you can, get it from food. Now, if we can accept that supplements are tertiary to your goals, right? They're a tertiary vehicle, right? Behind the primary, behind the secondary, they're right at the back of the list. Can they be useful? Absolutely, absolutely. In what ways can they be useful? Well, you have the performance-enhancing supplements. Now, I'm going to train soon. No, I'm not showing you Tinkerbell. This is my cup of coffee. So I use coffee and caffeine as an ergogenic aid, okay? So I use it to help stimulate me. I use alpha-GPC, so I've taken alpha-GPC. I've also taken something called paracetam, which is a nootropic that will hopefully get my middle-aged brain sparking so that I can go into the gym and train hard. When I'm in the gym, I will use BCAAs because I feel the benefit. I feel that BCAAs give me essentially a pharmacological boost whilst I'm training, and I seem to be able to train for longer. That's been borne out with experience with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of clients. Maybe I would use beta-alanine. I don't at the moment, but I have used it and I felt a benefit from it. I've also in the past used pre-workout supplements, stimulant-based pre-workout supplements. I won't use them now because I crash. Do they work? Yes. If you can tolerate them, use them on occasion, fine. I recommend hardly anybody use them because, you know, you've got to have robust adrenals to take it, and most people do not. But if you can take it, they work. I use vitamins, minerals, essential fats. Why do I use essential fats? I use more essential fats now that I live in Spain. Why? Well, I take in more omega-3s, for example, because I'm not getting my wild meat anymore. It's much, much harder to get the quality of meat that I want. So I'm supplementing my diet because I know I'm not getting the same quality that I used to get. But when we were in London and we were having New Zealand grass-fed meat all the time, myself and my family were supplementing far less with omega-3s. Now we will supplement more because we're not getting it from regular meat. What other supplements do I use? Well, rather than give you my list of supplements, let me tell you. Every time I go back to London, I go back to London once a month. I monitor different, I do different blood work. One time it might be looking at inflammatory markers, one time it might be looking at sexual health markers. You know, sometimes it's looking at my vitamin status, my aminos, everything. I look at everything, I experiment with everything. And I can tell you based it's not just me being a one-off, based on seeing literally, again, hundreds and hundreds of people's blood work. Everybody comes back with something deficient. Take the right vitamin, the right mineral, you fix the deficiency. Now, I am not a doctor. I am not a functional medicine doctor. I am not qualified to tell you to take X, Y, and Z to fix A, B, and C. So I'm using logic. If you disagree with me and it's faulty logic, tell me why. Please give me a reason. But my logic tells me that if I correct a deficiency and put whatever it may be, my D3 levels, to what I view or what is viewed by the people I choose to listen to as optimal, I'm going to be healthier. Should make sense. So I will supplement with things like that. And so I will look at what I've got. Now, if you don't have the benefit of blood work, what do you do? Well, I would suggest you try to cover the bases if you want to take supplements. Magnesium, people are usually low in that. Zinc, very often. D3, almost always. If you're watching this and you're not living in a sunny country like Spain, you're not getting outside, you're probably going to be deficient in D3. You're not going to probably be getting enough omega-3s. You're probably not going to have a bit of a balance of essential fats like GLAs and things like that, and even probably CLA. You may want to supplement with these. They're not going to do anything magical for you, but are they going to make you healthier? I would argue, yes. I would also argue it's an insurance. So by taking your vitamins and taking your minerals, are you all of a sudden going to get an amazing physique? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Perhaps we're thinking more about longevity, more about health, more about bulletproofing your body for the future. Again, I've seen countless examples of specific supplements helping people post-surgery, the reduction in inflammation when you use a lot of curcumin. These things help. Probiotics. I've given in the past so many probiotics to so many clients who used to travel, who travel a lot with messed up guts, and just the probiotic alone would help fix their gut massively, massively. But you can't take a supplement, eat like shit, and expect to make a difference to your health. Everything that we do is in the round. Our sleep we can eat perfectly, supplement perfectly, train perfectly. If our sleep is terrible, we're not going to be healthy. Sleep perfectly, diet terrible, supplement perfectly, exercise perfectly, we're not going to be healthy. It's a balance. Supplements are the cherry on top of the icing on top of the cake. Okay? They are not the be-all and end-all. If you can afford supplements, experiment with supplements. Ideally, if you have access to and you can afford blood work, get the blood work, take a few supplements, do some more blood work. That's the ideal. That's the paradigm of how you can do it. I know that most of you can't do that. So if you can't do that, do what I used to do, which is take something and see how it made you feel. Simple. Take something, take it for a month, see what happens. But you've got to keep everything else the same, right? It's an experiment. It's a lifelong experiment. If you're into the body composition fitness training game, it's a lifelong experiment on yourself. So you experiment on yourself. You don't do anything stupid. If you take a pre-workout and it makes you feel afterwards like you want to cry. I remember being in my 20s, leaving the gym, and I used to do that when it was legal, something called Ultimate Orange, which had ephedrine in it. And I remember sitting on the tube, going my way home, and tears, I wouldn't be crying, but tears were coming down my eyes. I'd be so sad. I'd be so flat, because the stimulant had just lifted me up and then just crashed me down. And I stopped that pretty soon, because I listened to my body. I'm giving you an extreme example. But read, so to summarise, because I don't want to go on any more about this, because this is very much an opinion-led thing. If you want to take supplements, read up. Be aware that every single person who's selling a supplement has an agenda. Remember, the opinion on here and the opinion on the other side, neither are necessarily right, and everything tends to get very polarized when it comes to nutrition and supplementation. Use your common sense. No magic pill. If it was a magic pill, it would be illegal. Steroid-like effects, fuck you, right? Not gonna happen. Steroid-like effects are reserved for steroids, okay? But can they help you become healthier? Can they help you optimize what you are? I would argue yes, but by no means will they help you to the same extent that food will help you in rest and recovery and the right mental state. So get your priorities right, get your priorities sorted. And when you have done that, and you have money in your back pocket to invest in supplements, then think about supplements. Now I will do, if there is interest, then please let me know with likes and comments underneath here. I will try to do at some stage a series of videos where I discuss my opinion on various supplements, because I know that people are interested in that, but I'm really reluctant. I've done about 60 videos since we started to do this YouTube page. I haven't put them all out yet. I might put this one out before I put the other 60 out. I've done lots of videos, and this is the first time I've discussed supplements, because I don't want to get locked into it. You go on our Facebook page, facebook.com/, London Personal Trainers, the main one. Supplements are so rarely discussed, it's not true, because I don't believe in it. It's overplayed, it's overstated, even though I probably take 15 different supplements a day on average. So I take, maybe not 15, maybe 8 or 9, but I take a lot, right? I take quite a lot. But because I take it, I can afford it, I know my blood work. You might not be in the same situation as me. So, cut your cloth according to your means. Remember, spare money, spend it on good quality food first, right? Forget the bullshit of supplements. Supplements comes after that. And then experiment to your heart's content. So this is Nick Mitchell. Be smart. Be smart with supplements. They can be, in my opinion, they can be great and so useful. But you've got to get everything else right first. And anybody who tells you otherwise is just a liar. Okay? Over and out.